My brothers and sisters, boys and girls, this is still Sermon in the House. Christmas Eve with another video. As always, do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram and on Twitter. Links are posted in the box down below. Where to begin with this one, man? Not wearing any Steeler gear in this one. Just got back from my grandparents' house from celebrating Christmas Eve. So, Buon Natale, everybody. You know me. Christmas Eve is my favorite holiday behind Thanksgiving. A lot of celebrating tonight. Just wanted to upload this video before I get to bed. I don't care how they did it. I don't care what the final score was. I don't care what it took to win. This game right here was the game that I wanted us to win more than anything on the schedule this season. Even more than the first Ravens game. Even more than the Patriots game. Even more than the Buffalo game. Even more than Week 1 and the Philly game. And even the first Browns game. This was the game I wanted us to win more than anything. On Christmas Eve, celebrating the most iconic moment in NFL history on its 50th anniversary, and to add extra fuel to the fire, the recipient of it passed away days before the game took place, and we retired his number. And what did we do? We got the win. 13-10. The Steelers pull off an immaculate win against the Las Vegas Raiders tonight. I'm proud of this team tonight. Very proud of this team tonight. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to sit down here and blow smoke up your you-know-where and go like, yeah, this is a playoff team. We're going to run the table. We're going to go to the Super Bowl. I'm not saying any of that. What I am saying is this. This team showed pride tonight. This team showed guts tonight. They showed fight. This team didn't give up when they were trailing. And they trailed the entire game until the fourth quarter. And Kenny Pickett is my freaking QB. I want every single Kenny Pickett hater to pick up that fork and eat a nice big bowl of crow with him for what he did for this team tonight. So with that being said, I'm going to get the negative out of the way first. So this was far from a perfect win. Don't get me wrong. Far from it. But it was a very good win. It was a strong-willed win. That's what I'm calling it. A win that I'm proud of. But it didn't look like that way throughout most of the game. This offense was dead 3/4 of the way in. I said in my preview I wanted Najee Harris to go off in this game, and Najee didn't really do anything tonight. A couple of bursts for him here and there, and Jalen, and a real good hurdle for him, by the way, so there's that, I guess. Jalen Warren had a couple nice rushes too, but that was really about it. The rush offense was pretty silent tonight. No pun intended. George Pickens had a couple really good catches. His footwork is just incredible. He had that one catch where he stayed in bounds and made sure that he was. The guy just continues to improve every single week. Muth had a couple nice grabs. But then came that interception by Kenny Pickett. Terrible throw by Kenny Pickett. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. It was a late read. It was a bad read. And he threw it right to a defender. I don't know if he was trying to thread the needle. I don't know if he was just kind of low. I don't know what he was doing. If he, did a first read. I don't know what the deal was, but it was just a bad interception, plain and simple. And at that point, I'm thinking to myself, really? This team's going to do this on Franco Harris night? Because they were down 10-3 at that point. Tomlin with an absolutely terrible decision to go for a 52-yard field goal, down 10-3, I still think it was. when Chris Boswell had already missed one earlier. You're really going to go for a field goal right there when your kicker had previously missed one earlier in the game, and Pittsburgh is one of the toughest, if not the toughest place in the NFL to kick field goals, let alone from 50 plus. In that weather with the lake effect and the wind and the snow. You're really going to try a field goal right there from 50 plus. And at that point, I'm thinking they're living in their fears again. We're really going to blow it on Franco Harris, because if we would have lost this game would have broken me as a fan. And it would have broken the season for me. But then they picked themselves up off their feet when they got knocked down all game and they weren't doing anything and they were stuck in neutral. Defense. A+ for the freaking defense tonight. Pressured Derek Carr all night long. They did pretty well with stopping Josh Jacobs, and that was the guy who I was afraid of the most on Vegas, was Josh Jacobs. Limited him. But the Raiders, they had a good drive in the first quarter, resulted in a touchdown, and thankfully that was the only touchdown they had on the night. So I think the defense, all things considered, played really well tonight. 3 interceptions for a defense tonight. Both of them were on tips from the receiver. And then Cam Sutton with the game sealer to put this one to bed. But let's get to the reason why we won. And it's because Kenny Pickett is my damn quarterback, man. All you naysayers, all you doubters, all you non-believers, what do you got to say about Pickett tonight? What do you got to say about this win tonight? What are you going to discredit about him tonight? Kenny Pickett took this team on his shoulders tonight, and he figured to himself, you know what? Screw you guys. If nobody else is going to step up and produce, I'm going to take this team on my shoulders, and I'm going to lead them to a victory and honor Franco Harris tonight. And that's exactly what he did. Under the 2-minute warning, down 10-6, 2 timeouts to go. 2 crucial conversions for a first down for the Steelers, including a 4th and 1 where Kenny Pickett snuck it. Once again, using his legs, using his abilities, using his strengths. Is he a mobile quarterback? No, he's not. But good Lord, can he scramble and can he pick up a first down with his legs on a QB sneak? And he's got a real good slide as well. That's a football player right there. That's a competitor right there. And that is a young man who is evolving with a winning pedigree. And then the big one. The very next play, Kenny Pickett, perfect pass in the end zone to George Pickens for the game winner. 13-10. Kenny Pickett, you are the freaking man. This guy is evolving, like I said, into a winner. He's developing that clutch gene. He's taking, he's learning that from the best, from Big Ben. He is learning that when you play in this city, you are expected to be tough. You are expected to go out there and compete, and you are expected to lead your team to a win. And that is exactly what Kenny Pickett did tonight. And I'm very proud of him tonight, man. He's my freaking quarterback. I don't care what any ends have to say. Do you think Mitch Trubisky would have done that? Do you even think that Mason Rudolph would have done that? I know I sat down here and said we should shut down Kenny Pickett for the rest of the season. I know you're going to blow up the comments and say that. I'm prepared for it, okay? And I still disagree with the decision for him to be playing. But if Kenny Pickett can play through a concussion, and he can play when he's not completely at 100%, and he can shake off adversity, I say, you know what? To hell with that video. That is crow on that take that I will gladly eat. I loved how Kenny Pickett stepped up to the plate tonight. I loved how he led this team to a victory tonight. Kenny Pickett, you are the man. And this is the quarterback of the future. He removed any doubt tonight. I know Vegas aren't exactly world beaters. I know they're not a great team either. But honoring a Steeler legend who passed away, retiring his number, honoring and celebrating the 50th ante of the most memorable play in NFL history. And yes, Acrisure may not have been packed tonight, but I'm playing devil's advocate here because it was cold and it was snowy and no one really wanted to sit out in that weather, okay? It's right by the Allegheny River. It's right by where the three rivers meet. Who would want to sit out there? And to those fans, hey, I applaud them. You know, all the power in the world to you. But he did it in front of quite a bunch of Yinzers, man. And I'm proud to call this guy my quarterback. I really am. Just, wow. A great win. A good win. The streak lives to fight at least one more week. Now, here's the thing, Steeler fans. We still got two games left. We got to go to Baltimore next week. It's our last road game of the year. And then we end the year off back here to take on the Cleveland Browns, okay? While I do think that we can win those two games, to be completely honest with you, the fact of the matter is I just don't really see us making a playoff push because we lost too many games at the beginning of the season, all right? This is not a team that's going to sit down here, that's going to go out there and people are going to be like, yeah, you know, this team's going to be in the playoffs in January. You know, literally all we have to do is lose one of them games and we're done. But you know what? I respect the effort. I applaud the effort. I applaud the guts that they had. They didn't bend the knee. They didn't roll over and die. This is a franchise that has given us a lot of problems over the years. And that's the second demon that we've slayed this year. We beat Brady earlier, and now we beat the Raiders. Too bad we couldn't beat the Patriots. But you know what? It's not a time to complain. It's a time to be proud of this team for going out there and giving Franco Harris something to look down to and put a smile on his face up there. 13-10. We get it done over the Vegas Raiders. And let's just see what Kenny Pickett can do in these final two games. There ain't a doubt in my mind that Kenny Pickett is going to start these final two games and that he absolutely gives us the best chance at winning. The guy is a baller. Let me pose a question to you, Steeler fans, okay? Would you rather have a quarterback that goes out there and throws 300 yards every single game, but he makes untimely turnovers and he's constantly let down by his defense? Or would you rather have a guy that goes out there and finds ways to win? He doesn't put up the prettiest stats. You don't light up the stat sheet. He doesn't play, you know, like a world beater per se. But he just goes out there and he's mentally tough and he finds a way to win. Who would you rather have? I would rather have option number 2. Because at the end of the day, wins are wins. And this is a win that brought a smile on my face. Great job, guys. I'm very proud of you tonight. Probably the most proud I've been of this team all season. Even more proud when we beat Tampa Bay earlier. Very proud of these guys tonight. And that'll pretty much do it. With all sincerity, I wish all you guys a very Merry Christmas. Enjoy it with your family and spend a lot of time. Be safe out there, too. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, Twitter. Links are posted. This is Steel Sermon. Check it on out for the night. May God bless you all. Merry Christmas.